looks like. Hey, good morning. So, I got the rails off the sides. That wasn't so bad when you have the right tools. Went pretty easy. If I would have had to drill those rivets out, that would have been tough. But that big old grinder cut right through them. So today, I'd like to see if I can get the rest of this floor out. And I'm going to give a shot at an idea I had. The heat lamp works. Heating up the... Oh, there's the heat lamp over there. It's got an infrared bulb in it. It's... Can't read the... Pretty sure it's 250 watts. But it worked. It's slow. It made it easier. Made it possible. And I just can't grasp this and pull it hard enough without really putting a strain on the old bod. So I'm going to try to sandwich a couple pieces of wood here. I've pre-drilled the top one, so we'll have good clamping force. And I've got these neat screws. So I'm going to clamp this together first. And maybe I'll put a little Elmer's glue on there too, just to give it some extra stiction. And this side's got some contact. That's a little sticky right there. That'll help. They didn't get the contact cement all the way. So anyway, that'll give a good handle. And I'm going to use some kind of mechanized system of pulling this thing out, like a winch or a rope in my car or something, so we can make this a little easier. And rather than pulling it straight back, because I think that might break it, I think I'm going to do something like, I don't know what, but we'll figure it out. So here we go, man. Alright, you ready?
Removing the plastic of the box. Pulling with the car. Hold on. The plastic tear, I think we should. Do you have the shovel?
No.
Come here and look.
Okay. Maybe because the barrel got too far away.
I think the barrel will fit onto the plastic now.
Yeah, I think this is exactly what we should do.
Okay.
Well, let me get something
Should I
scraped
stop
out.
this?
Yeah. Well, we got the original, guess it's linoleum floor out of there. It was pretty tough. It would have been nice if I videoed it for you, but it was all we could do to just get her done. So what we did do is we started at this end and we peeled up an edge. I took 2 pieces of 1x4, about 30 inches long, and made a sandwich with the linoleum in between. Screwed it together, put some C-clamps over the wood nice and tight, and then I pulled on the clamps. And I had a plastic 55-gallon drum placed in front of the clamps. Say if we were starting down here and we had that peeled up, we'd have the 55-gallon drum right here, and we took a rope and went over the top of the 55-gallon drum and attached to the clamps, so when we pulled on the rope, it would just pull kind of flat ways with a sharp bend in the linoleum. It pulled up slightly and worked like a champ. So then the other end of the rope we had attached to my car. I had the missus in here, and she was watching the progress and would tell me would hoe every time the stuff started to tear, which had only happened maybe once down this whole path. We had to stop at the wheel hump. We cut it off and pulled that distance of the wheel hump and got started again. You can see it was really well stuck behind the wheel hump where it's pulled the wood up. All in all, it was not that bad. 10, 20 years ago would have been a heck of a lot easier though. But anyway, you can certainly see where the water leaks have been. I think the wood is actually still okay. It's just got some severe stains from water and I guess a little bit of mold there. I'll beat on it with a hammer when I have more energy. Make sure it's nice and solid. But before we go any further with the build, we're certainly going to take some time and figure out where all these leaks are. I mean, you could see right there where there's a track of a water drip. And it got into that, where that track was. That's why that was so rusty there. And another one right there. So, you know what? It ain't so bad. We'll get her done. You know, there's probably 6 or 8 places this thing was leaking on each side. Minor leaks, I gotta tell you though, because there's not that much water damage in here. So a little bit there, a little bit there. Some minor little spots along the way there. Down there in the back by that emergency window. It's pretty dark. The wood's kind of dark back there. So, yeah. Guess we'll come back in here with my sander. Get all this loose stuff off and fill it with something. Maybe I'll make some epoxy putty. I've got a big wad of sawdust I've been saving. I can mix that with some epoxy putty. That might be too coarse. We'll figure something out. We'll do it. But yeah, you can see there was a little bit of a water leak there. Leak. You know. See, there's signs of a water leak. That's below this window. I'm thinking these emergency exits had more vulnerabilities because they opened. So we're gonna have to. We plan on moving them anyway. I mean, gee, I could see right out of that. You know, it's weird how that's sticking out that way. It's angled out at the bottom. All the emergency exits have that. Angled out at the bottom more than the top. let's move along. It's getting exciting now because we're actually, yeah, we're kind of transitioning into construction mode from deconstruction. I mean, we're, checking leaks. It's not deconstruction, that's fixing, so that's moving forward. I had to take the battery box out to get the driver's seat loose. The 4 bolts that hold the seat down, you can hear how my feet are sticking to the floor. It's sticky. The 4 bolts hold the seat down had nuts welded in place in the 4 holes down there. But the seat belts and that bracket for the other side of the seat belt, the shoulder belt attached to the floor there. And I forget what was here. Oh, that was that wall partition that went across here. We had that removed a long time ago. So I guess it was only 4 of the 8 bolts had nuts on the bottom that took 2 of us to remove. So, oh yeah, there's the seat belt guy that was on the floor for the shoulder belt. So, yeah, there's all the linoleum out there waiting for the trash haulers. Some of the kick panels. I'll show you the battery box thing. That was a lot harder than it needed to be, but there was no consideration during the construction of this vehicle for repairing this vehicle, it seems. So this plastic cover it goes in there, and it's bigger than the opening. It was hitting the top. It was pretty tough to get out of there. I had to bend it, but there's a tray that's missing. The battery tray is out. It rides on these rollers. These are the outboard rollers. The inboard rollers are on the other track. But I had to take the whole shebang out of here in order to get the cover out of here so I could see there's 2 of them. Hey, look at there. I can see light. And then there's 2 back there. So while I was in here, I noticed a little bit of like completely exposed steel. Some welds. So I think I'm gonna OSFO in here. There's one of the seat mounting bolts, nuts. Probably OSFO these guys, the whole underside. Probably take my die grinder and cut off all these bolts that are sticking through. I mean screws, sorry. And then spray some undercoating just to do my best to make sure that doesn't rust up. There's one of the body electrical modules. Freaking multiplexing stuff. I guess I like it. I don't know. Wish I didn't have it. Adds a lot of mystery to electrical stuff when you don't have a $5,000 diagnostic computer. So, around the way. Good news is the chassis is in great shape. Can't wait to get on the road with this guy, man. I think we're gonna have some great times. All right, I'm rambling. I'll talk to you guys later. Well, it's still Sunday, and I'm too tired to get up and really do anything. Don't feel like picking up stuff. So I thought, well, let me check the filter on the air conditioning unit. I pulled off this cover. And lo and behold, there's a filter right in front of the evaporator. Where's my flashlight? Here we go. So if you look up in there, evaporator looks clean. There's some crud at the bottom. I'm gonna blow that out. I got a really neat air blower with a long tube on it. But so this bus is a 2007, so it's like 10, 11 years old. And I would have to guess that this is the original air filter. Cabin air filter. So I'm going to give this a shot. I've actually had good success washing these things because they're like fiberglass. I also have ruined them by getting them wet. But hey, we got an air filter number on here. USA. Made in USA. I wonder what that is. Oh, United States of America. We still make things. So let me get my air blower. I already got my air hose in here. And I'm going to blow the crap out of this thing, so to speak. And maybe I'll show you how clean I got this filter. Or maybe I'll destroy it and I won't share that with you.